static matter, material, dynamic activity, energy, strategic existence, consciousness. These are not different as we think they are. These are not watertight compartments like we are taught. There are no borders. Modern science is starting to see glimmers of this truth. However, Sanatana Hindu Dharma has known this forever, from time beyond our ability to compute. The very beginning of the very first Upanishad, Ishavasya Upanishad, says, Ishavasyamidam sarvam. Consciousness pervades everything. Everything is energy. Modern day scientists are only now starting to have glimpses of this truth. Modern science shows that matter and energy are interchangeable, depending on the conditions and the perception of the observer. At the subatomic level, all subatomic particles or elements are exactly the same and constantly appear and disappear in fractions of seconds. Whether it is Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto, who found that thoughts and emotions change the very molecular structure of matter, or the famous Michelson and Morley, who first showed that light behaves like matter when it is observed, and like energy when there is no observer. Or Einstein, who established that energy and mass are related. The faster you go, the heavier you become. Placebos in medical research show that when the doctor gives a harmless sugar pill, saying it is medicine, patients are cured. People with hip problems are sedated and falsely told they had a hip replacement surgery, and they heal as much as people who have the surgery and recover much faster. Bruce Lipton, best-selling author of Biology of Belief and a former researcher at the Stanford University, shows perception is reality. He says your very body, your very mind can be designed and redesigned with a simple decision or belief. And beyond this, your thoughts and emotions can entangle others, create the same experience in them. These modern-day savants, scientists, with their technologies, their experiments, their logic, their intuition, have scaled the mountain to find our Hindu rishis sitting on top of the mountain already. Vedic metaphysics declares all aspects of the universe are consciousness, and matter is projected consciousness. Pure consciousness pervades everything, being potential, with the bursting forth of subtle vibrations, spanda, a characteristic of Shiva, until such time as there is an emergent manifestation of the energy which is called Shakti. For example, the Shiva Sutras lay out Mahasadashiva's relationship to the material world and sentient beings. The Spandakarikas, the seminal text of Kashmir Shaivism, revealed directly to Vasuguptanatha by Lord Sadashiva himself, are the sacred scriptures that elucidate Mahasadashiva's power, or Parashakti, his divine consort. Together, these ancient scriptures reveal the secrets of the vibrant dance of strategic existence, dynamic activity, and static matter. In the Spandakarika, Section 3, Vibhudipada, Sutra 3.4 and 3.5, Vasuguptanatha elucidates, Yatha hi artho sfuto drishtaha Savadhanepi chetasi bhuya sfutataro bhati swabaloda yoga bhavitaha. Tatha yat paramarthena yena yatra yatha sthitam tathatha balamakramya na chirat sampravartate. Indeed, just as an object or static matter which, in spite of all the attentiveness of the mind, is perceived and seen indistinctly at first, then appears and manifests more distinctly and clearly when observed with the strength of one's visual power. So, when the yogi resorts to the power of spanda, the dynamic activity, in its highest essential nature of oneness with Sadashiva, then whatever thing or object or idea which is static matter exists in its highest dimension in whichever form which one seeks to know or manifest, wherever, in whichever place or time, in whichever state or dimension, that thing or object at once and not after a long time appears and manifests in that very nature of its strategic existence. This is strongly akin to the all-pervasive vibrational string theory with vacuum fluctuation, spanda of virtual particles, Shiva, and manifestation with real particles, Shakti. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence are not distinct things, but a continuum. The material world, the energy that creates it, and your intention to manifest are deeply related and highly fluid. Your perception, your conscious choices, and especially your unconscious beliefs directly impact matter, directly affect the reality you experience. Not just affect, not just shape, not just create, but they dictate your reality. You are not a helpless victim of your circumstances, your past experiences, your politicians, your genes. You are consciousness, the most supreme authority there is. You create, you sustain, you destroy, you decide to delude yourself, and you decide to be liberated. You are Sadashiva. And now Sadashiva himself walks this earth in human form to remind you of this truth. His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda Swami, avatar as per Hinduism, Sadashiva incarnate, the avatar with unimaginable powers, initiating humans to manifest these superpowers, the powers of static matter, dynamic activity, and strategic existence. Revered worldwide as the living avatar of superconsciousness. Acknowledged by leaders of society, scientists, and loved by the general populace. Loved and embraced by millions worldwide. Recognized as the clear, legitimate, apolitical voice of Hinduism. Spiritual head, Mahamandaleshwar, of the world's most ancient apex body of Hinduism, Mahanirvani Pitha, the 293rd Pontiff of Madurayadinam, the world's most ancient living Hindu religious organization, heir to a 5,000-year-old lineage of enlightened yogic masters who live and train on the sacred mountain of Arunachala in southern India. Founder and head of a global socio-spiritual organization, brutal attack and religious persecution only strengthened his drive to enrich humanity and scaled his reach. Extraordinary healer whose one touch removes the deadliest of diseases. Adept in the mystical yogic sciences, master in the safe and natural awakening of the mighty Kundalini Shakti. is responsible for superpowers and deep bliss. Reviver in the modern day of the original yoga, as revealed in the original scriptures by Adi Yogi Sadashiva himself. Working tirelessly to awaken individuals and communities to live a life of superpowers, bliss, and oneness, Advaita. Unforgettable orator, YouTube icon, prolific author, heralding a landmark energy expression on planet Earth. His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda Swami, Avatar for Hinduism. Swamiji, as he is lovingly called, initiating millions to personally experience superpowers, reawakening humanity to the original experience, our strategic existence, systematically engineering a breakthrough in human consciousness. Swamiji is unleashing on the cosmos a whole new generation, living and radiating these superpowers. He is taking us from human to divine superhuman. Swamiji, who simply plays across the continuum of matter, energy, and consciousness, has descended to reveal this truth to us. Not just give us the theory, not just give us the knowledge, but to give us the experience. Revealing in the modern day words that Hindu scriptures say again and again and again.
Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence has no body. It is all oneness. Static matter means a small stone in your kidney to the Everest mountain. Everything is static matter. Dynamic activity, water flowing in your bathroom tap to the atomic explosion. Everything is dynamic activity. Strategic existence, your ability to generate a will is what I call strategic existence. Your existence which goes on strategizing. This three is separate, is the ignorance. Even the modern day science is trying to catch up with this truth. Even if you just start with this, that's enough. These power manifestations will strengthen, make you understand you have chosen the right side. That's all. That's all. Now the ball will start rolling. Ball will start rolling. Nothing else. Nothing else. The preliminary power manifestation, Sattva Tattva, means unit of high energy. Sattva, see, we function through three energies. Pure high energy, confused restlessness, dullness. So the pure high energy unit, when it is increased in you, the first response happens in you is preliminary power manifestation. See, this preliminary power manifestation need to bring you to the conclusion. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence is one and the same. My strategic existence has power over everything. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work. Again and again and again, when you decide to cognize, please understand, your will has too much power beyond your expectation. Just put the will on this cognition. With all my will, I strategically declare dynamic activity, static matter is my extension. There is no boundary. I can do what I want with it. I am the ultimate over both. This is the logic of power manifestation. This is your state. This is your real status. I am just introducing 3 words. Static, which does not move as per your cognition. You cognize this hill does not move. Am I right? And Shakti, which vibrates and does the action. Like a sound from my mouth, it is vibrating and moving. That is why you are listening. All of you cognize that now. So, static is Jada. Chit is moving, which moves. Listen carefully. Matter is static. When that static moves, it is Shakti. There is something which is strategic, neither static nor moving. A strategic existence, that is Sadashiva. Understand? It is not dead like a matter. It is not active like a Shakti. It is not electricity. It is not stone. It is alive but not doing anything. Strategically existing. When you are willfully planning for something, you are not dead. You are not static. And you are not doing anything. Strategically, you exist. If you are not moving, you are not supposed to be alive. If with these 2 existence, which matter and Shakti, moving, means non-moving and moving. With these 2, you are neither static like that hill, nor moving and doing something like electricity. You are alive, living but not doing. There is a component of you. Static, moving, strategic. Static is Jada, moving is Chit, strategic is Sadashiva. Static matter, this pillar, things around you, vibrant activity, electron, proton, neutron movements, strategic existence. There is a part of you which exists not as a static matter, not as just dynamic activity, but as a strategist who can think, who can visualize, who can inspire, who can take decisions, who has choices, who is alive. Understand, universe is not parallel. It is multi-level. If a rishi sits here and with will persistence declares Brahma has to appear in front of me, Brahma's throne will shake, he has to appear in front of you. Because it is multi-level, not parallel. Understand this truth. Even if you decide to do a small act like moving your right hand, the ripple effect of this directly affects the sun. You are not negligible part of the existence. When you consider you are a negligible part of the existence, or you are an accident, or you are cursed, these are the multiple identities you try to associate due to the frustration and low self-identity. You give life to that identity. Because you give life to it, that becomes reality. Listen. The good news I have is, unconsciously, if you cherish even 10,000 years, you are a cursed being. Consciously, if you declare even once, you are a blessed being. The conscious declaration overpowers 10,000 unconscious cherished thought current, because even if 10,000 years a room is in darkness, one matchstick is enough to light it in 1 second. All powerlessness, all fear related thought currents, and all low self inner image you are cherishing, which puts you in powerless, is not clutched to consciousness. You need to understand that. They are all there indirectly receiving or sucking the energy from consciousness, but they are not supported by consciousness. That is why the asuras, how much ever powers they may get, finally they do not exist. Only with consciously what you clutch, you empower, exists.
For manifesting them into reality, whatever we wish to do, what kind of the visualization that we have to brought in?
See, what you want, command it with your will. Please understand one thing. All of you listen. Your will is the umbilical cord connection between your individual soul and the cosmos. If you shake your individual soul with your will, cosmos has to shiver, because it is connected through the spiritual umbilical cord, your will. I don't know how many of you read in Puranas. A yogi sits under the tree and starts meditating, creating certain will to get that boon, and Indraloka burns, Devaloka shakes, and Indra has to run, Brahma has to run to attend. It is true. If you sit here and create a will, if you can shake your individual soul, your individuality with your will, naturally you will make the cosmos shake, move. Visualize very as clearly as you can what you want as your life, how you want your life to be manifested, and will it. Understand, when you will, multiple energies in your biomemory, in your muscle memory, in your system gets integrated to that will. Actually, you have multiple energies inside you. Unfortunately, all of them are in their own direction. Even complete you do not know what you want. Because morning you told yourself you want this. By noon you already changed. By night it is different. By the time your first order reaches from head to toe, there is a second order. By the time that reaches from your head to toe, your desires have changed. Even you as whole do not know what you want.
Individual will is obstacled by nervousness and fear mostly.
Again, that is again your disturbed ideas about you. You can clearly tell yourself even that to be healed by your own will. Understand? Your will, actually this which you are saying, nervousness and all that, is nothing but your decision not to will. So your will can heal it, and I will support it. You see, fundamentally, the software which operates you decide the value of you, not the zeros in your bank balance. The cognitions which operates you, is it low level fear, or the high, hey, my strategic existence, which is a will in me, has power over every dynamic activity and static matter. This is the way to exist, understand? Live like king, live like Sadashiva.
Hi, my name is Mary Owens, and I'm from the Washington, D.C. metro area in the United States. One of the most profound things for me was arriving at the Adenum, seeing Swamiji, the curtains open, Swamiji's giving us darshan, and the only word that I can describe is pure awe. I felt as though the energy was so strong, it's like my body was just going to take off and just lift off the floor. I've lost 43 pounds. It was the food that was provided. It was the detoxifications and the healing baths that happened. All I know is when I got back from MSS, the weight started dropping off, and I started just, I could see day by day I'm getting better and better.
After my MSS, using the powers which we were initiated into, the third eye powers and multiple powers to manifest our reality and create what we want. Using those powers, I have created so many things in my life. Things which were not moving, not happening for years, which were stagnant and stuck. Just by using the powers which we were initiated by Swamiji during the Sadashiva program, able to create wealth, smooth relationships, extreme health, complete balance of health. I used to have 3 fibroids, 2.5 centimeter fibroids, and which doctor said either every 3 months get them checked, they have to be operated. After the program, my 3 fibroids just disappeared, and doctors, the gynecologists are surprised. I said, it is not possible for the fibroids to disappear. They scanned and they said, how is it possible? Let's do some deeper tests. And I smiled and I knew what happened. In that way, many miracles, even my varicose veins I used to have, they just disappeared. Everybody should come to the Vididhi ashram and do the inner awakening and MSS program to become powerful and create all the best in their life.
So the earlier temperature reading was 37.7. And while she was actually, just to mention, while she was actually doing it, I already felt that she was reducing the temperature, and the revised one was 29.2.
Sadashiva Home is the first program I take in, and there was one very interesting power manifestation that I wanted to share with everyone. That is the ability to increase your own height or to increase someone's height. I just realized that I am actually taller than one of my coursemate who is actually 1.73 meter tall instead of 174, and I did the measuring and I realized that I'm actually 175. And I was really literally shocked because at age 44 to have a centimeter increase in height. It's like it's not medically impossible to have a height increase of a centimeter. And I believe this power manifestation is real and is permanent. And if I can do it, everyone can do it.
So we're in our second marathon manifesting session, and the coolest power so far has been I've been able to increase my partner's pulse rate by 11 beats per minute, which was incredible considering we're just sitting here doing nothing, yet his heart rate spiked by 11, which is amazing. So.
My name is Manish. I am from Bihar, India. In this program, I have been initiated into many powers like altering the blood pressure and pulse of any person. The only thing that I needed to do is connect with Swamiji and pray him that please heal the person who is in front of me if he needs any healing for his blood pressure and pulse. And the blood and pulse changed just like that within minutes.
Humanity has traveled long way from amoeba, a single cell, to fish. I call that as pure physical growth. From fish to monkey, physical and psychological growth. Monkey to man, physical, psychological and conscious growth. Now the man, human being, has reached a level where he needs to have superconscious breakthrough. He needs to move further. He already reached a space. Now he needs to move further into superconsciousness. Here I am presenting that superconscious breakthrough to all of you. Understand, proposing the highest possibility to humanity without evidence is dangerous, especially now humanity is so frustrated. Proposing any theory, possibility without evidence is very difficult and dangerous. So I am putting in front of you the superconscious human being to whom I have given a breakthrough to demonstrate the possibilities and powers to all of you. The superconscious possibilities and powers. It is neither magic nor fraudulence, neither theory nor proposal or fantasy. It is reality.